Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. This is Let's Chat. I was supposed to do it tomorrow, but I was looking at my schedule and I'm just like, I don't want to rush. So, and I felt I was thinking about things, and I felt compelled to come on here. I could have done it tomorrow. I could have fit it in. I'm not too busy, but I just felt compelled today to do it for some reason. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well as could be expected. I'm doing okay. I was feeling really strange yesterday. I was strange, meaning I was just thinking about so much. I was doing some heavy contemplation. The story of my life. Okay, if you're me, that's what you do. You think. And I just was annoyed with so many things, the circumstances and everything that I just, oh man, but I was thinking about that and frustrated, and I was like, I'm gonna do Let's Chat on Wednesday. The energy, it feels very different in that it feels like things are coming together. It feels like things are culminating. I was asleep, and I know I got a bunch of downloads. I could hear, but it seems like my dreams are vivid, but I can't remember them. The last few dreams, that it's like they're being snatched, but I could hear. I don't know if it was what was on my TV necessarily. It could have been. I think so, maybe. I don't know, but I could hear things that was being told to me, and I was saying it. I was saying it in my dream, but I can't remember what it was for some strange reason. Oh, it's been weird things happening. I've been losing things. I can't find the new pendulum I bought. I have to really look, but I keep it in a velvet bag, and I can't find it at all. I've been searching high and low. I don't know where it is, and it's very strange to me. That happens to me sometimes. I lose something, and usually, my theory has always been there's a ghost, someone who hides my things. I'm not, even though I have ADHD, losing things is not really a part of my symptomology. But it just disappeared into the ether. I don't know. I'll find it. But anyway, I'm getting off track. But I was feeling just the energy is shifting. It feels like things are culminating. I feel tension in my shoulders. I feel very annoyed about things. But my guides have a way of making me put things into perspective. And it sort of makes the feelings seem, not that they're not important, but my feelings about things that are happening, it makes it seem like, girl, just like calm down. Calm down. So, and the reason is that because someone they told me to channel, and I was not fighting. I was like, why? How? Anyway, but I channeled someone, so I'll be sharing that with you guys. I'll be sharing a channel message from, it wasn't very cryptic that my guide said to me. It was what they've been saying. I feel like they're just like, they are pushing me. They're pushing me towards something. You know, I haven't been doing this very long, and this sort of integration, this sort of expansion that I'm going through. You guys are on this journey with me as I'm going through all these changes. And I notice my guides are very gentle with what they want to show me, what I need to know, because they know that me looking at all of this in this situation is hard for me. It's not easy. And it's hard because I'm seeing things that I'm beginning to, intellectually, things. We watch movies, and life doesn't imitate art, and vice versa. And we watch movies and we read things and about government and all that stuff. But for me, it's not that the more I feel like sometimes I don't want to know. That's just me. I just want thing, and I'm not naive. Not naive at all. But it's heavy stuff, and so it's heavy for me. It's intense, opening up this way and feeling all the heavy energy and the seriousness that I've seen since I started this. I've been saying how serious this is. I've been saying, whatever the Biden administration, when all this, when the election happened, the steal happened. Again, guys, everything I say here is alleged, entertainment purposes only, whatever. I'm just going to say this one time. But, when that happened, and I was doing my videos and doing my reading and seeing the danger of this and seeing how serious it is and saying, like, this is risky, whatever they are doing. When the inauguration happened, I said they couldn't, it was something that came in that they couldn't do much. That 15th, that day that I saw. So for me, being in it, it's a lot. And my guides recognize that, and they tell me, you were strong. You're strong. We're all strong, And I noticed I was doing something on Sunday, and I like to write. And I was looking back at stuff I was writing, and I was like, dang, I haven't wrote in a long. I just put it to the side. And then I noticed, I said to myself, not that I'm losing parts of myself, but I said to myself, I have been so focused on this, doing these readings, this whole situation. It wasn't like I wasn't taking care of myself. I was. But I had stopped nurturing. Nurturing isn't the right word. I stopped engaging in other parts of who I am. Because of the situation, it's so heavy, and I'm not obsessing. That's not it. Because I don't pull every day. I just don't do it in terms of this situation and checking in. I feel like, my guys are like, I did that in the beginning. But my guys are just like, no, you don't have to do that. Because they know that, they know me. And I could go overboard. I could get, not obsessed, but I take on a lot. I'm able to consume incredible amounts of information. I understand abstract concepts. That's why, I don't deal with details and, I always look at bigger pictures of things. I'm able to understand multiple things at once. That's just how I am. And so I could push myself, but my guides know that that's not good for me. So, but what I noticed, I was like not engaging in things taking breaks from this. I was doing it physically, but I wasn't doing other things that I enjoy. And this just happened. It hasn't been since I started doing this. The past few weeks, I think since the inauguration, honestly, um, and it hasn't even been that long, maybe even a little bit before then. It feels like forever, but I wasn't listening to music that I enjoy. I just sort of woke up and noticed that, and I was like, what am I? Where am I? I wasn't, and I always check my mood. I always check, because I do have a history of struggling with depression, really bad anxiety. I've been fine, emotionally. I haven't felt, I know when I'm depressed. I know what happens. But, after I came, I guess you could say I awoke, that all sort of slipped away. The depression and I haven't had anxiety, and let's hope this continues. But so I'm like, no, it's that I always check myself, make sure I'm on the up and up, and so I haven't been doing all those things, and I was like, I asked out loud, is this consuming me? And yes and no. And not consuming me in the way, I'm not watching the news. I don't know what's going on, but I feel the heaviness, and it's made me. I'm not pulling, like I said, and I'm not doing anything, but at the same time, I'm also not doing anything. If that makes sense. Not listening to, I've listened to songs, but like, I'm a huge, Beyonce. Let's start there, okay? I always listen to her music. I've been turning away from it. Like, no, I don't want to hear that. And I know that's what happens, in spiritual awakenings, that, you turn away from things. But what my point is, let me get to the point. My point is, I began to understand that because my guides keep sort of whispering to me, like, you can put this down soon. You'll be able to put this down. You'll be able to not put it down, meaning I'm not going to do this work anymore. But this heaviness that I feel like we're all carrying, especially light workers, blossoming light workers, there's this thing we're carrying around, and we're just like, it's getting heavy. And so I feel like my guys are whispering, and it's getting louder, like, you could put this down soon. Because I keep asking this in my head. When is this passing? When can I rest? Well, I'm resting. I'm sleeping. Not in that sense, but when can I spiritually rest? When can we rest? And so back to Beyonce. So anyway, I saw, what did I see? I saw she's touring. And my initial reaction when I saw it, I was like, I didn't react. That's something that, I don't go to concerts really. And the only person I've gone to is Beyonce. Well, that's not true. I've seen Janet Jackson, but typically I'm not a concert goer. But I'll go see Beyonce. I don't get out of my bed a lot for a lot of things. Okay, that doesn't say I spend my time in bed, but this is just a metaphor. Okay, I don't get out. There's a lot to make me want to like roll out of bed. Okay, so Beyonce is one of them. All right, if someone was like, "Hey, Beyonce is standing in an alley," I'm gonna go see Beyonce in the alley. Anyway, what I'm saying is, I looked again, and I saw something. I saw something about her, and thought about when I was saying, like, I haven't been doing things. I've been neglecting the things that I like doing. A lot of the things, not all of them. Because I've been spending my energy doing this work. And that's not to say I regret it, but I'm acknowledging that, okay? And so I was like, man, I haven't been writing. I haven't been listening to Beyonce. I haven't been excited about, and that's how I know things are going to be okay. This may sound strange, but every time Beyonce is releasing a tour or an album, something is just something in the air that I'm just like, things will be fine. But anyway, I was looking at her tour dates and where she's going to be. She's touring. She's 4 dates in New Jersey. And I was like, oh, wow. And I got excited. And I haven't been excited about much lately. You know? And I heard, you know, I was thinking about it, and I was getting excited, and I signed up for the pre-sale, and you know, I texted my niece if she wanted to see Beyonce, and my sister. You know, we make an event of it, my sisters and my cousin and stuff. And I'm like, wow, I'm excited. Like, this is something to look forward to. This is like the old, not the old me, but things that I've discarded for now, because I have to focus on this. But what I'm beginning to understand is that what my guides are saying to me is you could start resting. You could start putting things down. This will not last much longer. You could start picking up things that you may have put to the side. You could start being excited about it again and picking them back up. And that's why I know, like, and I realized that when I put on Beyonce today. I had to run a few errands early this morning. I had to drop my niece off, and then I had to run some errands early this morning. And I listened to Beyonce, and I was listening to You Won't Break My Soul. And I was just like, wow, this is it was so good. And I started thinking about all of her other powerful songs about, you know, being strong and not laying down, and all of those songs. And I was walking into the store I had to go into, and I was like, I can start resting. I could feel it. I was like, I could feel that the parts that I've neglected is starting to pick up. I'm pulling them back to me. And that's a really good feeling, because I have been saying out loud, like, I'm not even in the same space in my life. Mentally, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, like, I'm somewhere else. And that has been the prominent person. But I didn't necessarily forget. I pushed it to the back of my mind that there are other parts of me. There are other parts of me that make me, not just the spiritual part. Even though that's a huge part of me, you know. So I say all this. How long have I been talking? 20 minutes. That's fine. I say all this to say, and this is one of the messages my guides told me to tell you, that if you have been doing that, if you relate to what I said, if it resonates with you, you could pull those parts back to you. If you have discarded or neglected those parts because of the heaviness and the fear and the anxiety, you definitely need to pull those parts back to you. We still have life. We still have, you know, we still have things that we could bring, that can bring joy to our lives. We can live our lives despite the hardship and the circumstances. I felt like I feel like a soldier. I'm a light worker, but I feel like I'm holding on, but not for dear life. And I'm okay with carrying this heaviness and holding this space for everyone. And at the same time, it is heavy, and I'm beginning to understand that I understand I'm not doing it alone. That I know. I'm beginning to understand, though, that I don't have to discard or neglect the other parts of me that bring joy in my life. Okay? And you don't have to either. That was a lot. I said a lot. And that reminded me of like, oh, this is heavy. This is a lot. The reason why, when I channeled Malcolm X, one of the reasons why I cried was because when I heard him say my sister, I cried because one of the reasons is because he said that to me, but he was holding this space for me. This space. I might cry again. Hold on. He was holding this space for me that I hold for other people. I wasn't someone offering healing words. I wasn't someone giving feedback or doing a tarot reading for someone. I wasn't a therapist or, doing social work. I wasn't. In that moment, he held that space that I hold for everyone. My clients, you guys, people who request readings, my family, that space was open for me. And that meant everything. That was nothing I've ever experienced. So that was nice. So it made me cry. Okay. Anyway, so let's get into, I wrote down. Someone was like, could you just write down, you guys are like, write down the question. I do write down keywords. Most times, I can remember what I asked, okay? But sometimes I can't, because things happen so fast when I'm channeling. I've learned to slow things down. My brain has 100 tabs open at the same time. There's a lot happening. And I'm not just talking about when I'm doing this work. It's in general. Okay? Like I said, my brain is full of things going in and coming out, and but I did write things down this time. I'm listening to you guys. And the person who asked me, I said, LOL, no. Okay. And the reason why I laugh is because I get it. It's me. It's, anyway, it wasn't a snark. I wasn't being snarky with you. Okay. And I think you know that, but okay. So, first thing, I'm going to leave that here so I could reference it and remember what to talk about. I asked my guides, what message do they have that I could share with you guys? And, I asked them, are we going to be okay? And I know we are. That's the thing, is that I absolutely know that. But you guys asked me that. And, I know you know that, but we need, sometimes we need reassurance. you know. It's nice to have reassurance as human beings, so I get it. They said to me, everything and everyone, this was very, anyway, everything and everyone will be okay. There are life cycles of time. And they showed me the circles again. Go back to what you lost. That's what they said. Go back to what you lost. There are life cycles of time. Go back to what you lost. Life cycles of time is a thing. Okay. It's very. I'm looking at this in a context of spirituality and philosophy. Okay, so they keep showing me circles, and I know it means I'm beginning to understand that it has multiple meanings. Okay, in the life cycle of time, it's about patterns and how we it may seem like we're giving lessons. Okay, let's talk about the spiral. And the deck, I lost an entire deck. This deck in particular is so good that I wanted to share with you guys, but I couldn't find the deck, which is weird. I had the deck in a velvet bag and it has disappeared and I need to find it. But anyway, one of the cards in this deck that I talk about all the time, it's called the spiral. And it talks about the spiral of life. Okay, and so the idea of the spiral is that we're all on this spiral, and it's beautiful. All this energy is like white and reds and blues, and it's pulsating. Okay, but it's a spiral, and we're all on the spiral. And the idea of the spiral of life is that we're on the spiral because we have to learn life lessons. Okay, and so each phase of our lives, we learn some lesson, and some of us find that we encounter the same patterns over and over again, the same behavior patterns, the same relationship patterns, the same emotional patterns, whatever it is. Same situations, okay? The same people we attract for whatever reason, and we're on this spiral. Okay, it's the spiral here like that. And the idea of the spiral of life is that each pattern, each situation, we learn our lesson. It's a lesson. And each time we start in the middle, okay? And each time we learn a lesson, we get further and further from the middle of the spiral, okay? We learn a lesson, and this is the life cycle too, like of our age as we go through life. And we learn, okay? And then at each time we get from the center. And once we learned all of our lessons, we are spit out the spiral, clear and free, okay? Some people are on the spiral for a long time, that sort of thing. But that's what that reminded me of. And I think back to what my guides always have been telling me, like, it's a pattern. This is how we have been here before. Something they said about Elon Musk. I can't remember what it was, but it was essentially like we have been here before with this. Okay, they keep saying that. And so what I believe they're saying is that this isn't new. We will be okay. Go back to what you lost. And it made me think of, the things that I had put to the side. Go back to what you lost. I can only interpret it for myself, but you guys have to think about what that means for you. Okay? Okay. I was going to talk about, I want to talk about aliens with you guys, but I'll do it at the next Let's Chat. Okay. I'll do it at the next one. Uh, maybe I'll save it for later. Depends on where we are at what time, okay? But I keep meaning to, and I keep forgetting. But anyway. Song lyrics. Songs. I asked my guides. I asked if they could give me a song in regards to outcome of things, or people and of the collective. And I had asked what would be, give me a song regarding the outcome for the collective, the outcome for us. And the song that I heard was This Little Light of Mine. That's the song that I heard. This little light of mine. So interesting. Made me laugh. I asked, this is funny. I asked the outcome of, give me a song regarding the outcome for Elon Musk. Yesterday I asked when I was in the shower, because it's where I do my big thinking. I heard, the first song I heard was a very old Destiny's Child song. It's called Happy Face. I don't know if you guys, shout out to elder millennials, who were big Destiny's Child fans. But that song in particular, it's a positive song, but to me, it's like a song about, now that I'm older, I used to sing that song all the time. It used to make me so happy. But now that I think about it, and I'm older, and I'm a little bit, I'm not jaded, but it's kind of a song of ignoring your problems. It's supposed to be a song about like, oh, I'm going to smile despite, hardships and stuff. But to me also, it's like I'm just going to ignore my issues. I'm going to put on a happy face, and that's what I'm going to present to the world, even if my life is burning down. I know that's a dark look at that song. It's really not what it, Anyway, but that's what that's what they were conveying to me. They gave me another song, but I can't remember what it was. They gave me 3 songs, and both of the songs were like, and it reminded me, I still believe he's going to have a nervous breakdown, allegedly, okay, if he hasn't already. Some sort of emotional breakdown. I still believe that is a part of his future, okay, near future. But anyway, so anyway, and the other song I don't know why, they gave me last night a Nickelback song. Shout out to Nickelback fans. I love Nickelback anyway. That's neither here nor there. And it was How You Remind Me. And I was looking up the lyrics. Look up the lyrics of that song, guys. Okay? It's very interesting. I remember the first 2 lyrics. Never made it as a wise man. Never made it as a poor man stealing. I remember those first two lyrics of the song. Okay? So go look that up. And then today I asked again. And I heard the Bad Boys theme, What You Gonna Do? That's what I heard from Elon Musk, because he's gonna be arrested. Oh man. Anyway, so that's that. And the song I asked about, what is the outcome? I asked the question in 2 different ways. What is the outcome of the Trump administration? What is the outcome for the Trump administration? And I heard the song Hero by Mariah Carey. I know that song. I didn't know the lyrics of that song. I know the song. I feel like if I hear it, I could sing along to it, but not really. It's not something I listen to a lot. But I'll read the lyric. You guys can look the lyrics up too. If there's a hero, I want to sing it, but anyway. If you look inside your heart, you don't have to be afraid of what you are. There's an answer if you reach into your soul, and the sorrow that you know will melt away. And then the hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth that a hero lies in you. It's crazy. But it's very powerful lyrics. You guys should read it. But that was the song they gave me as an outcome for the collective. As an outcome of Trump and for Trump, rather. Okay? Interesting. Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Oh, man. Okay, we're getting through. All right, so my channel message, what time is it? Only 36 minutes. Okay. So my channel message, what I did, I was like, I channeled another person who has passed on. Happy Black History Month, guys. I should have said that first. Again, 50 tabs, 100 tabs open. But happy Black History Month. It's important. It's always important, Black History, actually. Not just in February. There's many lessons back there in all Black history. But my guides were like, I was like, well, if I'm going to channel someone, who should I do? And they showed me an image of Harriet Tubman. They was like, do Harriet Tubman. And I was like, how? How can I do that? And they were like, you can. And I was like, that's crazy. This is a conversation that I'm having with them. And they're like, just do it. And my nose is itching. You know what I noticed? Whenever I just noticed when I was channeling with her, and my nose, I'll do this thing when I'm pulling cards, particularly when I'm doing it recording. That's when I noticed I'm at the highest, in my highest self, I've noticed. What was I saying? When I meditated before I did this, and that's when I go up, And so I noticed when I was doing them, when she was, first of all, Miss Harriet gave me all the tea. She read me a little bit too. She gave me tea. Okay. Anyway, when I see it's happening again, and when I'm doing this and my intuition is incredibly high, I notice my nose will start itching and I'll rub it a lot. I noticed that I started to become aware of it in the last reading I did, but I didn't say anything. But when it felt like I was having tea with someone, an old auntie, it felt like, and she was just schooling me. Like, it was so interesting. And I noticed when she was talking to me, I was like, wow, this is incredible. And my nose just kept itching. I kept rubbing my nose. And now I know why that happens when I'm like really highly, highly in my intuition. And it's like activating on all levels. Anyway, just a little tidbit. But I channeled her. Her presence, her energy came on immediately as I was sitting there thinking about, I was thinking about the image that they kept showing me. And her energy, I wrote steady energy, solid, unmovable, very calm. She's very, very calm. As I'm talking to her, one thing I noticed, was, as I'm talking to her, I'm like, there's a violence to her. Like there's a, not, not, what am I trying to say? Violence, when I say violence, a protection, not a senseless violence sort of thing. Very, very intentional, very directed, but I could feel it. The undertones of it, like a try me sort of energy, like, yeah, like that. And she was the first woman to lead a military operation. So, yeah, she felt like a soldier. That's what she felt like. Man, that was incredible. But anyway, so I wrote down, guys, I wrote down what I asked her, okay? I said, what do you think of the United States now? I asked her. She said, hold on. She said, ain't much change, but so much has changed. Ain't much change, but so much has changed, she said. And that was interesting. I asked her, what do you think of what we are going through? And she said, you'll survive. You always have, you always will. And she was sitting in a rocking chair, which I thought was interesting. She said, very much just like, child, you get out of my face with this. But Miss Harriet, we're going through something. And she just was like, phew. That's what it felt like. Not dismissive, or not that she didn't care, but she just was like, y'all be fine. But yeah, you'll survive. You always have. You always will. And then I said, yeah, I said, what do you think about the strife that we're experiencing? And she laughed. Like, she kind of cackled a little bit. It was on a cackle. And then she said strife. And then she kept laughing. Oh, man. She said strife. And then she stopped. And she became serious. And then she said, this made me chill. This gave me chills. She said, you watch them. They are weak. You exploit their weaknesses. And she said it so deadly serious. And I was like, yeah, I'm feeling you. She made me feel strong after talking to her. She made me feel like, she reminded me that we have been through, my ancestors, she reminded me, we have been through this before. And it was almost like, she just was like, it'll be fine. This is almost like she was saying, this is nothing. And I said, Miss Harriet, you are right. But when she said, I will repeat what she said, you watch them. They are weak. You exploit their weaknesses. I said, okay. And then I said, what do you think about Donald Trump? And she said, who? And it felt like when she was like, who? It's just like, like a sucking her teeth, sort of like. And then she said, all these white men like that are the same to me. She didn't even care about him. She just was like, whatever. And then I heard her say new slaves. I heard her say it. And then she said, they will try to create new slaves, but it won't work. She just, after that, after she said, who? Dismissing him and other white men like him. And she said this, they will try to create new slaves, but it won't work. And then she said, they ain't smart enough. And then she showed me image of fire. Things exploding, she showed me. Crazy. That's when my nose started itching real bad. And I was like, oh, what? Anyway. Then she said, there are holes in their plans. They will fall apart. That's what she said. Y'all want me to repeat that? She said they will try to create new slaves, but it won't work. And she said they ain't smart enough. Then she showed me fire and things exploding. And she said there are holes in their plans. They will fall apart. And I asked her, does she have any messages for me? She just said, you are an old soul. And that was the end of our conversation. That was crazy. That was crazy. It was crazy. And after, I have to remember these moments, because one, I didn't believe I could do something like this, to channel and to know that's who I'm talking to, because each person I channel, their energy is totally different from the other. I mean, obviously that would be, it's amazing that I could, anyway, the imposter syndrome, I could be holding a Nobel Prize and still will be like, is this correct? But it's something I deal with. I'm older now, so it doesn't bowl me over like it used to. But yeah, I felt having this conversation with her, a wise person who has had an incredible life, who stood up and fought for the enslaved and freed over 1,000 enslaved humans. And that alone created, they wanted to annihilate. They wanted to work us, but they didn't want us to exist at the same time. And so that form of oppression she fought against violently, strategically. First woman to create a military operation. That's incredible. So talking to her was like, she knew everything. And this wise, everyone's so afraid. I still don't feel afraid. I feel angry. But I don't feel afraid. Everyone is so scared and worried. But talking to Harriet Tubman was like, it gave me a strength of even more knowing, like, yeah, you know what, you're right. They can't think, these people, the Republicans and the Trump administration, and I have been saying this, they don't think about what's ahead of them, what's in front of them, people like that. They don't think about consequences. They don't think critically. They don't. Because I've seen it time and again how many times their plans fall apart. Because they are, like she said, weak. And not smart. They aren't smart enough. They're too greedy. They always put the cart before the horse. And so things fall apart. And what I see in their energy when I look at them, I'm doing it now, they don't think about the people. They forget that we exist. and the power that we have. And when it comes up, it surprises them. So like she said, they ain't smart enough. There are holes in their plans, and they will fall apart. The end. And however long that takes, I feel like it's happening. It's been happening already. And we just need to be, I know you guys don't like hearing, some of you, patience. But you have to be in your knowing in this circumstance. There's a lot of marches happening today from what I understand. I've always said, whatever they do will have the reversed effect. And that has been happening. The little things that I have been seeing has been happening. People are waking up and saying, like, wait a minute, people who voted for him? My niece told me, this is related, but she works in a pharmacy, and she was telling me someone's medication was $2,000. And it's already starting for people. And what's happening is now it's having the reverse effect. People are starting to see, and people are starting to fight, and people are starting to say, no, you're not taking this from me. But anyway, that's that. Where are we at time? 51. Okay. I want to share with you when I was asking my guides. Wait, what's happening here? When I was asking my guides, what message can I share with you guys? They showed me, one of the things they showed me or said to me was, oh, you should go look at your Light Oracle's deck, your Light Worker Oracle deck. This is my personal deck that I don't pull for other people. This is specifically for me. And if you guys are in the midst of a spiritual awakening, this is one of the first books that it's Lana Fairchild. It's one of the first decks that I purchased when I started to dabble in my gift. And I'll show you the book. This is not a promotion, okay? That's the cover. Alana Fairchild, Light Worker Oracle. Okay, deck. It's really powerful. And my guides told me to look. I picked it up. I was thinking of you guys and what message, I asked what message, I literally had to stand up and walk to my shelf where I have all my cards. And this is what I saw on the bottom, Earth Healing. This is what the cards, beautiful artwork on the cards. This is what it looks like. You see that image in the back? Earth Healing. And so I'll read it to you. This was a message from me, and I said this is also a message for you guys. Okay, so it says, you are making a real contribution to the planet through your spiritual journey. Remember and believe that your needs will be generously met by the earth and the universe. What you are doing matters, and you will be supported. The earth recognizes you. She sees you as a conduit through the bells, which she has fed higher frequencies of light, love, and divine presence. This assists her on the journey of her own evolution. Earth is exceptionally beautiful and powerful divine. Is an exceptionally beautiful and powerful divine being in her own right. Yet she like every other being, benefits from the assistance of higher frequencies, which offer a loving hand to help raise her vibration and continue her evolution. And that, someone has said something in the comments about what I saw in the scrying mirror, and they were like, oh, that's Mother Gaia. And I was like, you know what? That might be right. It was such a huge, the entity, the thing was just looking down in the mirror, looking down, watching. You are here to have your spiritual life journey in a human body. Part of the process will involve sharing your light with the earth itself. This may see you take on the role of a healer, guide, mentor, or teacher to others on the path. It may see you doing work with the natural world with various earth-centered causes such as conservation and animal welfare, organic and biodynamic farming, and ethical food production. It may involve an active prayer life that is ongoing through your day, praying for assistance, compassion, clearing, and blessings when you see an accident on the road, an animal or person who seems to be suffering, or an item on the news that you know needs light and healing. Listen, okay? From the most obvious gestures to the most subtle, the oracle tells you that you are powerful enough to make a meaningful contribution to the quality of consciousness upon Earth. Earth asks you to do your work with quiet confidence and dedication. She gives thanks for all you have done, and acknowledges her love for you. She will support you in your work by providing material means for you. Hold on. Let me just let this light go closer. By providing material means for you whilst you are here on the planet. These include financial... All right, Scooter. These include financial support, housing, food, and human and animal relationships. She will also provide guidance for your progress. Guidance for your progress. Opportunities to grow and expand your field of influence, education, and training opportunities. She means to take advantage of them. Okay, the means to take advantage of them, and the chance to apply what you have learned in a real-world context. The more you devote yourself to your task of earth healing, the more the earth will support you in fulfilling your inspired goals. If you have been wondering if the spiritual work you are... This is literally... this is crazy. This is a message for me, and this is a message for you. Okay, guys? If you have been wondering if the spiritual work you are doing is making a contribution, take this oracle as validation that it is. What you are doing matters. Yes, you are going to expand and grow in the work you are doing and the impact that you have in the world, because you are capable of that. But you are already helping in ways that you may not realize, but that the earth and the spiritual world do. You have loved the earth enough to take human form and do your work here. She knows it, and she will reward you richly for it. Keep working, shining, and growing, dear one. Your presence here is so needed and honored. Wow, okay. The invocation. Through unconditional love, I am empowered to live my divine destiny. I trust in my gifts and talents. I know that all I need for divine success shall be provided for me. I now choose of my own free will to release any blocks, consciously and unconsciously, held around trusting the earth to provide me with all that is needed to fulfill my divine life purpose. I am so grateful to receive all that I need and more. I feel joy within me about my life, what I am capable of, what I have attained so far, and how much I can offer to the earth. I live from my heart with absolute trust. May all beings know their genuine worth and have confidence to express their grace through my own free will, so be it. Okay, earth healing. So there you have it, guys. We are going through an awakening. Everything that I have been asking and feeling, this oracle answered. And I have a feeling a lot of you have been asking with your prayers, you know, holding the light, shining the light, you know, this little light of mine. We have to focus on that and not focus on the negativity and the fear and anxiety. And I know how difficult it is because as humans, we want to feel in control. And that's how you feel in control. And know that things will work out. Okay? If we are in a different world, and it feels like it's the same, but thinking of when my guide said the cycle of time, there are life cycles of time. We're not in the same place in the spiral. And we have to focus higher, focus what we want to see and what we know. I still am being told that Kamala will be where her rightful place is. And that how? I don't know. I don't know. But that's the energy there. Okay. And the flowers are keep being shown, and you know, flowers blooming and carnations and roses. That's what I'm being shown, and I can't waver from that truth until I'm told otherwise. And I'll always be honest, you know, hey guys, the energy changed, but so far it hasn't. So that's what we need to focus our energy on. There's a video, Trisha from the Archangel channel. She posted a video of Kamala in her community tab. Now it's called posts. That I thought was interesting, that I looked at. It's a quick video. You guys could go look at it. And what she was saying. She looked tired. Her energy felt, you know, she didn't feel tired, but I could tell. She looked like she was doing work before she recorded the video. But that's what we have to focus on. We have to turn our attention to not the distractions. We have to turn our outrage into something productive and something that could make us go higher and make the energy, we control it. That's what we control, the energy. And so, also, sidebar again, I know guys, I like sidebars, but Shelly, hi Shelly, from Healing Truth Tarot did, in one of her videos, she explained timelines, and it was so, I learned, and that it was so interesting. Go to her channel and look at that. But yeah, it was explaining timelines, and it was explained in a way that was so interesting and simple. But like I was saying, we control the energy and what we put out there. So if you're putting your energy into fear and anxiety and worry, and I get it. I totally am not invalidating that experience you're having. Though we have to turn one within and two outward, what we put out into the energy of the life cycle and the time. We have to vibrate that energy This is the first time I used the word vibration, but we have to increase that energy to where it is making it go higher, making it, we can do that. We're doing that. But we have to remember it's an everyday commitment. If you feel like what you are seeing is too much, turn it off. Everyone's feeding it. Even well-intentioned people is feeding that lower energy. So you have to you could talk about, sure, and inform, but at some point we have to move away from that and move towards, okay, what can we do? Because those people are not going to stop. They're not going to stop being racist. They're not. And I mean, in this moment, I do believe people who are racist can change. Yeah, I believe that. But in this moment, they're not. They're not going to change. So you don't have to. I shouldn't say don't be outraged, but I'm saying this because I keep feeling Miss Harriet say, like, child, be stronger is what she said. Strife, that's what she, and I'm like, girl, there are people, but she knows. She is wise, and so she's not really wrong. She's hardcore. She's a straight shooter, but she's not wrong. We're much stronger than what we give ourselves credit for. We're not weak. We're not hopeless. We are so strong, and we have so much positive energy. The comments that I see from you guys is so powerful. That's where we need to keep the energy. That's where we have control. Okay? I'll get off my soapbox. What time is it? 1 hour and 7 minutes. Let's pull a card. Scooter's just tap dancing along. I'll be with you. I have, I bought this deck. It's Black Tarot. I bought this deck, a while ago, a few years ago, in honor of Black History, but I should use this. I have so many tarot decks. This is what the cover looks like. I was looking for more diverse tarot cards. And so I've been using this. I've had it for a long time. When I first used it, I couldn't connect to them, but I've been feeling more open to cards. So card of the day, guys. Let's see here. Alright. The card that came up. This is Daughter of Coins. Daughter of Coins. Is that Page of Coins? I think it's Page. Hold on. Oh shoot, I dropped a card. Come on. Daughter of Coins. Let's see. Bear with me, guys. Daughter of Coins. Charlie Gibson. Alright. Okay, here we go. Here we go. No, I don't need to. I know what the cards mean. I need to know. I'm pretty sure it's page. Mother, father, and the sun is the knight. Which, you know, why can't she be the knight? But sure. Okay. They're not giving me much, but I'm pretty sure from the card description it's a page. This is what the card looks like. This is what the art looks like. Page of Pentacles. Okay, it's the page of Daughter of Coins. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Why is my mind going blank all of a sudden? I know that. So yeah, it's, you know, on the surface, the meaning is diligence, focusing on your goals, focusing on material, gaining the material. Okay, it's about being practical. Okay, it's about focus and dedication in pursuit of our dreams. And this is, as I'm talking, you know, what's necessary to gain traction, to see real results. And as I'm talking, it's literally the theme of what I've been talking about in this last chat. Okay, focusing on what you want, focusing on being diligent, not being scattered. And this is even a message for me too. Having discipline, spending your time wisely, not being distracted as you pursue the things that you want for the long term of your life. That's what the Page of Pentacles represents. Okay. It's about how you manifest new opportunities, how you manifest the dream, you know, the life you want for yourself. Okay. You all right over there? You okay? Okay. He's okay. He's an old man. He makes sounds sometimes, those sounds. He'll get some water. Yeah, it's about ambition, really, you know, spiritually. The Page of Pentacles. It reminds me of It's like a light worker exploring. It's like being in the physical world, spiritually, I'm speaking. Being in the physical world and in our human bodies, exploring spirituality. That's what the page reminds me of. That's what it is, spiritually. You know, having a deeper understanding of how you connect to nature, okay, having a deeper understanding, like studying spirituality, expanding your knowledge on spiritual concepts, okay, buying tarot cards, buying dowsing rods, scrying mirrors, meditating, those sort of things, expanding your knowledge on that. Okay, and that, again, that's what we talked about. That's what a lot of us are doing. That's what a lot of us are turning to. Okay, and so that is the card of the day. Sorry for the long pause. For some reason when I... anyway, don't matter. But that's the card of the day for you guys. I think... where are we with time? Okay, so I'm not going to talk about aliens today. I know some of you wanted me to, but next time. I wrote a prayer for you guys. I wrote this last night, or the night before. And it's a prayer for the collective that I want to share with you. Before, one more thing, real quick. Check out, you guys, if you haven't already, the Indigo channel, okay? Dr. Ken, he does pick a card readings. He's so good. If you haven't, he needs more subscribers. He's so good. He's very he's incredibly creative and talented. Okay, so please go check out his channel. Please subscribe. You won't be disappointed. Trisha, Archangel channel, please go check her out as well. But anyway, back to the prayer. Okay, sorry for getting off topic. Prayer for the collective. I don't know what made me do this. I was just like thinking about everything, and I was like, let me speak this out loud. Okay, so I start with asking God. Now, if you don't believe in God, or if you believe in something else, you know, but this is what I'm speaking to. Okay, I said, I ask God and the Ascended Masters to cover the collective in a white light of protection that cannot be penetrated. I ask that you protect them from dark energies, dark forces that seek to make the collective suffer. I ask that you continue to give them strength, which will lead to self-reflection, self-love, and empathy. I ask that you help them understand the universe will take care of those who seek the darkness and spread darkness with ill intentions. We are protected, we are loved, we will be okay. Okay, so that was your prayer, guys. I'm going to end it with that. You could say that. You could write that down. You could use that prayer. Okay. We are in control of the energy, and we have to focus the energy in a way that is going to uplift us. Okay. I will see you guys on Friday. I will be uploading The Story Continues. That's it. That's all I got. Okay, guys. I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.